Good morning, friends. Welcome to our blending lesson today. Today's October 28th. It is Unit 2, Week 2, which is that short U sound, that that we've been working on all week. Let's do high frequency words. If you know them, say them. If not, make sure you're repeating and make sure you're really practicing. We'll start from here today. Help, again, there, new, use, one, like the number, could, live, then, three, like the number, under, no, who, of, eat, all, want, call, her, day, place, by, many, around, and walk. Wonderful. First word, yuck. Your turn. Yuck. Yuck. Y says ya. U says ya. Ya. So this word was actually on yesterday's board also. If you have it in your notebook, you might even see it. Yuck. Yuck. Next word, mud. Your turn. D. Mud. M says U says m. D says da, d, mud. So remember, shoulder sound, elbow sound, wrist sound in our whole board. Shoulder will be purple, elbow will be orange, wrist will be black. Next word, huff. Your turn. Huff. Huff. H says huh. U says huh. Two F's, we double up on the f. Huh. Huff. Next word, bug. Your turn. G. Bug. B says ba. U says ba. G says ga. Bug. So bug is a noun. It's something you can touch. You might not want to, but you could. And if we add an S to this noun, we have the word bugs, which just means there's more than one. It is a plural noun. When we make something more than one, it means like plural is the way to say that. Next word, plug. Your turn. Pull. G. Plug. It's one of those L blends. PL. Pull. Pull. U says pull pulla. And G says ga, pull plug. Next word, cub. Your turn. B. Cub. It's like those bear cubs. C says ka. U says ka. B says ba. Cub. Yeah, so as we talked about yesterday, this is like one bear cub. If I want to make this word plural, what do I have to add to it? Shout it out. Oh, I saw cub people say S. So I saw them doing that with their mouth. S. Cubs. says pa. U says pa. Pa. Two F's, we double up on that sound. Puff, puff. Okay. Notice when I say puff and huff, they rhyme. I can hear it in the in huff and puff, and I can see it with the UFF. Next word, gruff. Your turn. Grr, gruff. Oh, when I say gruff, puff, huff, I hear that at the end. So I know that they rhyme. They may even be spelled the same also. G-R, gur. G says ga, and R says ga, gur. U says gur, gurra. And two F's, we double up on that. Gruff. You see? Gruff, puff, huff. They all have that that UFF at the end. And next word, fluff. Your turn. Full. Fluff. Oh man, another word. FL, full. Full. U says full, fulla. And those two F's, we double up. Full of fluff. So look at that. Fluff, gruff, puff, huff. They're all uffs. And they're all UFF. Next word. It. Your turn. It. I says it. T says ta. It. So I'm going to make something called a contraction, which is using an apostrophe. Remember, an apostrophe is a comma that goes in the air. And then I'm going to add an S. And now, this contraction is just like saying it is. Like, it is fluffy. Or, it is yucky. And so the apostrophe and a contraction, it just means like the letter that's missing. So it is, we're missing an I there. So we make it a contraction. It's. Next word. She's. Your turn. E. She's. So she is actually a high frequency word, so we can't really sound it out. So I'm going to just put that in black. So if I put an apostrophe and then an S, we have the word she's, but what it really means, she is. She is. She's. Like, she is yucky. She's yucky because she got all muddy. So it's yucky that she's all muddy. So she is. She's. And you still blend, and you still, know that the word she, if you know the high frequency word she's. Just kind of add an S to that. And he's. Your turn. He's. He is also a high frequency word, which we are turning into a contraction using an apostrophe and then an S, which just means he is. That apostrophe kind of takes the place of the letter that's missing. So he is, it was two words that kind of come together to make one word. The word he and the word is, that apostrophe kind of takes its place, kind of makes it go away. But if you know the high frequency word he, then add this he's. All right, let's do a sentence. B says ba. U says D says da, ba, bud. So we know this is a capital B because it's the beginning of a sentence, but it's also a name. Bud is a person. So it's also going to be capitalized. Even if Bud's name was in the middle of a sentence, still be capitalized. H says huh. U says Two F's double up to say f, huh, huff. Bud Huff. That doesn't sound right. I need to add an S there to make the word huffs. Bud huffs. Bud huffs. High frequency word and. Bud huffs and. Maybe you can guess what else he does. P says pa. U says pa. Two F's, puff, puff. Bud huffs and puff. Oh, that doesn't sound right. I should add an S, just like I did with huffs. So now he huffs and puffs. Bud huffs and puffs. High frequency word as. High frequency word he. R says U says ruh. N says run. Bud huffs and puffs as he run. That doesn't sound right. I think I need an S to just make it sound better. Runs. Bud huffs and puffs as he runs. U says P says pa, up. So this is also a high frequency word from Unit 1. A. H says ha. I says ha, he. Two L's, we double up on that ol. Ha, ill, hill. Look at that, we got a pretty long sentence. Let's go ahead and read it. Bud huffs and puffs as he runs up a hill. Your turn. Excellent. So we need some punctuation. What kind of punctuation do you think it's going to get? A period. You're absolutely right. This is telling us something. It's telling us what Bud is doing. And it kind of even tells us how he's feeling. He huffs and he puffs, so he's probably feeling very tired. Okay, so we need nouns. My favorite part. So what do you think one of our nouns is? Okay, Bud is a noun. It's a person. Bud huffs and puffs as he runs up a hill. Yeah, that's going to be a noun. It's a thing you can touch, and it's also a place. All right, so I'm looking for someone super duper brave who wants to read our whole blending board. Thank you so much for your focus today.